Here in Israel and the Palestinian territories, there are many, many volunteers who give themselves sacrificially for a year or 2 years to come and minister to the people. They come and they sacrifice part of their life to God for maybe a year or 2 years. Let's meet one of those persons that came here to sacrifice his life for a year. I'm with Dickon Beels, who is a volunteer here in Bethlehem. Now, Dickon, you're from the United States. Why did you come here to Bethlehem?
Well, I came to Bethlehem because I wanted to work outside of the States, and I wanted to work with children, and this place here I knew about from my friends, and so they recommended it for me as a place, a good place to work, a good place to get to know a different culture and a different kind of people.
Now you're working here with disabled people. What's it like working with disabled people here in Bethlehem?
Well, it's a real joy, actually. I loved it a lot. I loved working with children before, but when I came here it was a different experience because they were disabled children, and I had to learn a lot of things about being simple with the children, not being too complicated out of their range, but definitely it was rewarding, and I learned more than probably the children did.
Are children here in Bethlehem respected when they're disabled, or is it they just sort of dumped into a home?
Well, actually, in the family situation they're less respected. I think once they come here they're shown a lot more attention, and they're given a lot more care than at home, and in that way they're more respected when they come here to the home. But at home it's a very difficult situation. The families are often they neglect the children, and they don't give the children enough attention, enough care, and it's very sad in some situations.
Is it a religious issue that they feel there's a stigma, maybe God has cursed them because they've got a child that's disabled?
Sometimes, if it's a religious family, they feel that something has come upon their family, but often it's just then applied to the child and not to the rest of the family.
And you've been working with these children for about a year now. Have you seen any big changes and differences in their lives as you've ministered to them?
Yeah, definitely. When they come here, they they know very little about Jesus and about the love of God and the forgiveness of God. But as they spend time here, we teach them and we give them Bible lessons and we sing lots of Christian songs, and definitely they change over the years. And some of them have been here for 2 or 3 years, and you can see the difference. Definitely.
Do they get practical rehabilitation here as well, like going into a school and learning things?
They have a school here, which is it's very good, but it's limited, and the staff aren't very well trained. So, in that sense, it's limited, and it could be more. But we also try and train the children at home to do the simple things, the washing up and the doing different things in the home, cleaning and showering themselves and things like that, which they wouldn't be shown at home if they wouldn't come here. So in that way, we're trying to train them and also give them a head start on the rest of their lives, where they're going to be doing all of this for themselves, most probably.
Do they leave the home when they're like 18 years of age, and what happens to them in the future?
Well, it's different for each child when they leave the home, depending on their mental abilities, but their future is often very dim. We don't know often what they're getting into when they leave. They're probably trying to just make it by on their own, most probably in their homes, doing just simple things, taking care of themselves. They're not fully equipped mentally to do any further work or any physical labor. So it's more just like taking care of themselves.
Now, some of the children that have been here from days gone have actually went into work in the woodwork factory that's here on the property as well, yeah?
A few of them have.
So what's it like for you actually working here in Bethlehem where Jesus walked?
Well, it's a real privilege, I think. Being here in Bethlehem, I've gotten to know the area, and it's actually really exciting to walk around and to see the different places that are mentioned in the Bible, in the Old Testament and the New Testament, and this land is just so rich in history, and it's really exciting, I think.
When you look at particularly the Palestinian territory, and sometimes on the news you see Gaza where there's violence and gunfights and shooting, has that been the same for you here in Bethlehem?
Not here in Bethlehem. I haven't seen much of that. I see it on the news, referring to different areas like Ramallah and, the northern parts or Hebron. But here in Bethlehem, I haven't seen much.
So you've really felt safe.
Yeah, it's a real safe place, I think.
And how would you describe the Palestinian people here in Bethlehem?
Well, in Bethlehem, it's a few different types of people. They're mostly very hospitable. You can go to their houses and they feed you and they do everything, just as if you were one of their relatives. But they're really, really nice people, and I don't think that they could be any more harmful than anyone in the States or in England, or I just feel like this is a real safe place to live in, and I feel quite at home actually.
Now, were you here for Christmas?
I was here for Christmas. It was a very different Christmas to the previous years. There was a lot of tourists, a lot of business for the area, and it was quite busy. Christmas Eve was really busy. There was President Mahmoud Abbas was here, and so the security was very high, and you couldn't even cross the street. There was soldiers on both sides, and there was police cars running up and down the street, and it was quite busy. But it was really exciting to be here over Christmas, and I really enjoyed it.
Was it nice to be at Manger Square on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, Manger Square was really cool. There was a lot of people, mostly foreigners, doing. There was some bands and some people singing, which was cool.
So what's it been like for you just to see the kids change here in the home?
Well, it's been a real privilege. I've gotten to know the kids and gotten to love the kids a lot. And of course, it takes some adjustment once for the newcomers once they've come, and the kids don't really trust you until you've shown them the love and the trust that you want from them. So, and that I've really enjoyed that. Once the kids have learned to trust, learn to give all their trust to you, it's been really good. And I've really enjoyed it.
So why did you come here in the first place to do what you were doing?
Well, I just wanted to work outside of the States, outside of, like a Western culture, and I wanted to work with handicapped children, and this place was nice because, my friends had been here and they told me about it, and they told me it was a real nice place to live, nice place to work with kids.
And has it been a good year of your life here?
Yeah, it's been really good. I've enjoyed it a lot.
And do you feel this has actually prepared you for the future, for future work that you're going to be doing?
Yeah, I plan to continue in this area, not in a professional way, but with every child, every person, just to show them love. Doesn't matter if they're disabled or not. Every person needs the love and needs to be shown the love of Jesus.
And why have you been doing what you've been doing here?
Well, I've just found that what I was doing in the States wasn't all that fulfilling. I was just working, building houses, and I just wanted to do some ministry, work for, a greater cause than just my own.
So it's a great time just to give here to the people.
Yeah, definitely. I've really found it fulfilling.
And what's your prayer for the Palestinian people here in Bethlehem today?
Well, I pray for the Palestinian people that they can find the peace in their lives, that there's a lot of complications here, a lot of things that sort of restrict their movements, restrict their freedom of speech, and I just pray that they can find, peace in their lives with it.
Okay, Dickon, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.